going on forward here. To some, this may be considered the new year, and that's exciting. And a lot of times that happens and people consider this time a new year because the veil is really thin. And this is also a time of darkness and shadow. We have daylight savings time is also happening. So that's another thing. There's so many things kind of happening at once here. And as we reverse our clocks for a moment, we're time traveling in a few different ways here. The veil is becoming thin. So we're also traveling through time and space to be able to connect with spirit in a deeper way. So we're really excited to be able to do that here with all of you through time and space virtually. And again, I just hope you take some time to set a beautiful intention tonight.
Yeah, definitely a beautiful intention. It's been, I think I heard 1944 was the last time we had a blue moon during Halloween. And just the fact that it's a blue moon, it's a, super powerful full moon. And the fact that the veil is the thinnest at this specific time of year, it provides us with a really amazing opportunity to connect with our ancestors, with the past, with those types of things. But also I want you guys to have your own intention set for here for tonight. I think it's a really good moon time to kind of reflect on everything rather than maybe, trying to start something new, which also, it might be a good thing depending on the person. But at least for maybe tomorrow, kind of reflect on everything you've been working on recently.
Definitely. It's a good time for reflection. And again, like coming full circle. Like you said, it's a full moon for Halloween as well, which is also a celebration of the saints and those that have accomplished different things in their physical experiences. So just celebrating you as well is really important. I know that it's a time of just celebrating the small wins too, and taking kind of account of what manifestations you've already accomplished in the past few weeks. I know since our last moon ceremony, we were having technical issues. Our internet was being crazy. Our computers was being slow. And since then, we've gotten new internet. We got a new adaptation or an update to our memory for our computer. So it's
upgraded that RAM. Upgraded
that was something I was really kind of like meditating on during our last moon ceremony. So it does kind of just show though how that intention and that space can be held to manifest things into your reality. So hopefully we come through nice and smoothly for you. However, it is Mercury retrograde, so I'm just hoping for a smooth ride here. But if you're having technical difficulties, as I know a lot of my people I've been working with have been feeling like there's technical difficulties, there's communication errors, and they're just kind of shifting through the energy barriers. Maybe the auric smog, if you will. Like if you ever hung out with energies for a long period of time and you just feel heavy, that's happening kind of with technology right now. So it is a good time to kind of get out into nature, even though it seems cold and dreary. It's better now than in the deep winter months, and to take in that energy while you can to refresh your just perspective, your energy body, whatever it is you need to recharge out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot going on right now. It's election time. It's coronavirus time. There's like so much going on. But, we're here and we're doing it. And I'm proud of all of you for sticking through and, and doing what you can.
If you're watching live with us, take a moment and pop in the chat. Let us know who you are if you haven't already. And we're really grateful for you being here. We would love to know, how are you celebrating this weekend? Some people celebrate in many different ways. Like I said, there's also Day of the Dead. So some people are having dinners with their transitioned loved ones. Some people are setting out feasts or doing some sort of celebration or ritual. Some people are just, relaxing, showing up here tonight. You're already celebrating. Welcome to the celebrations. I know that there's an old wives' tale that when spirits are traveling through the veil at this time, that settlers and just beings, Vikings and whatnot, would bury food or like an apple near roadways to help any of the wandering spirits along the way, so that they too got to be included in the festivities. I thought that was such a cute gesture in the history I was reading.
Mm-hmm.
So we would love to know how you are celebrating in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to see the main chat, go to bringmetolife.com/moon for our moon ceremonies. If you're watching the replay, we'd still love to hear from you. We leave these up between the different moon ceremonies so that you can catch it and do it at your own time. So that being said, I do like to read the little description from the Moonology book for the astrological sign. And while I do so, one more shout out. If you would like a personalized reading at the end, I'm doing oracle readings, and we have had some donators. Thank you guys for all your donations. We're going to do readings for anyone who makes a donation at the end, so you can make your donation and reach out to CeeLo if you need help with that in any way. And we'll be doing that after the sound portion. So cool. Reading, donations, y'all are great. You help us keep the network growing and flowing.
Thank you.
We're going to do a dance party for you guys later. All right. So
I see people in the chat room, and it's really cool. If you see me looking over, it's because I'm, wondering what you guys are up to in the chat.
Yeah, my phone's my way of seeing you guys in the chat. So we hope to do these maybe in 2021 as a Zoom call. Let us know if you guys would be interested in jumping in so we can see everybody in the gallery view. That's how people get together these days. We're in the future. So Libra. Okay, I think the moon is in Libra. From my understanding, it's going into full moon in Libra, and it says it's especially good for those that have been in challenging times and now are focusing on relationships, partnerships, and even personal expansion. So maybe you're somebody who is trying to learn how to have a relationship with yourself. That's good too. It also says that if you've been too concerned with your appearance in general, that it's important to let that go, to let go of the expectation of your appearance, and to not necessarily let your reputation go, but to not necessarily worry as much about it and do what's best for you right now. It says, have you been thinking too much about others and neglecting your own needs? Which is what I mean by it's important to focus on you too. Also, have you been too influenced, gullible, or unable to decide for yourself? You can access this moon's energy to transmute that. If you've been living life through someone else, or if you've spent time kind of envying others or not putting enough enough energy into your own experience, that it's time now to release that, to stop living through other people and to instead live through yourself. And to spend more time beautifying your own life. So again, this is kind of like the shadow moon, the moon that a lot of shadow work happens. So you may be receiving lots of messages right now on how you can work through anything like that, like viewing yourself through the appearance of others or allowing others to influence you and you be gullible. So release that shadow and start appreciating things, being grateful. So remind yourself to see the beauty in life and find balance between what you need and what you think you need to do for others to keep them happy. And through forgiveness, you can move forward in this. So doing a lot of forgiveness exercises. And a lot of times people are like, I don't want to forgive a person. But really, when we don't forgive people, we allow our energy to be more intertwined. You're giving them more energy by not forgiving them. And I know that to some people, they're like, well, I'm not ready to forgive people that have hurt me. And I can totally relate to that. Sometimes you have to process something and maybe you need to be bound to that person to process it for a while, but you can release it. This is a time of cord cuttings and releasing anything in the aura that is kind of just left over from other people. So it says also you can perform gratitude ceremonies at this time. So that is some cool information. Thank you, Moonology. And
thank you, Moonology book.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope y'all are having fun in the chat. I wish I could see the chat easier. So no, I'm with y'all in spirit.
Sarah, Lori, and Tasha are in it.
Yay. That's awesome. Hi, guys.
Yes, hello. I would also like to say happy Samhain to anybody who celebrates it. It's, a pretty ancient tradition that a lot of people celebrate. So I want to wish everyone a happy Samhain. For a lot of the Celtic people, it is like a time of reflection. And then, starting now, it's kind of like a new year, a fresh new year. But they kind of like celebrate that return to the darkness. Because the light begins in darkness.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
So, yes. We got some music here. I'm going to play a track for our little sound ceremony. Shannon's got a drum. We got some flute. And this is a track that we created specifically for this. It has a little bonfire sound with some crickets that then kind of transforms into more daylight with birds chirping and all that, kind of to reflect our journey here into the darkness, where we're going into the dark for a little bit. It's fine. We're doing what we do, and reflecting and looking into our shadow and finding balance in life. And then the sun comes out and the birds start chirping, and then we get to enjoy the sunshine.
I'm excited for it.
Cool. Well, then, get comfortable, everybody. I'm going to start this music here in just a second. Okay. There we go. Allow yourself to relax and enjoy the music. You can go ahead and set your intention. Take a moment to enjoy this moment right now, appreciating everything you have right now, including all of your experiences, everything leading up to this point right now. Knowing that we're about to enter into a new part of our lives, allow yourself the time to reflect on everything we've gone through. How strong we are, how resilient we are. In a moment, we're going to wrap up the sound portion of the ceremony. So take a few conscious breaths, conscious inhales and conscious exhales. knowing everything we need to move forward is within our reach. When you're ready to come back, take a big deep breath in, hold it for a few moments at the top, and then exhale and let everything go. Come back at your own time and at your own pace. Grateful for all of you tuning in here for this blue moon experience. That was the sound portion. Now we're about to get into the questions, into the readings. Anything you have to say before that?
Yeah, I just hope everybody had a good meditation. We'll probably do a little closing visualization at the end. But maybe we could have like a little upbeat dance party to raise the vibe while I get ready for card readings. Is that something we can do together?
Let's try.
For those of you who joined me in the last week or so, I did Divine Intention, and this became our theme song of gratitude. And if you're looking to do some more shadow work this week, you can check out the Divine Intention ceremony at my Facebook group. There we go. And I'll also be doing a 5-week soul journey, so if you're interested in that, let me know. But first, let's feel grateful.
Feeling high like I was always sober, super great. Living in the vision of the truth, and I know that you could make the new mistake. Kicking it by a morning late, you feel so grateful. It makes me wonder why these people feel so hateful. I'm thankful for life and for everything, and every second moving up on the better things, better things, better things, better things, better things, better. Optimistic, optimist, prime. Appreciation all the time. There's other things that would have been messing up my mind. I know the truth is permanent once you look inside. You gotta find a way. I'm thankful for life and for everything, and every second moving up on the better things, better things, better things, better things, better things, better. Optimistic, optimist, prime. Optimistic, optimist, prime. Feeling so grateful, grateful, and I'm living so thankful, thankful. Every moment I'ma stay true, and in the morning I'ma thank you, feeling so grateful.
All right. I hope y'all can hear me. Let me know in the chat if I am coming through loud and clear. Usually I'm pretty loud, so hoping that's working out for us. That was our little dance party for those of you that have already made donations. Thank you so much. It means so much to us every time we get a donation. It helps us take our network to the next level. We have a lot of big things planned for 2021, and we hope that you are a part of them, and you are already being a part by making a donation. So thank you so much. If you haven't already, check out more at bringmetolife.com, and if you would like to get on our card reading list, you can make a donation there at bringmetolife.com/moon, or hit up Selomon. I think he's watching his different medias. So as he goes to the computer. But those of you that are already on my list, I've got Lori and Marjorie, Brianna, and Treva, Sarah, and Mooney. So if there's anyone else out there that wants to get on this list, let me know.
Turn the fan on.
Sila's getting hot in here. He's going to turn the fan on. That being said, I am going to do a collective reading first for those of you that are watching the replay and those of you that are just here with us in general. So I used my, let's see, which deck is this? The Sacred Rebels deck. People always ask me later what decks I use, so I'm just going to start remembering to show. I used the Sacred Rebels deck. I thought it would be good to use this one instead of the light deck because it's a little bit more, I don't know, feels more Halloween-y than the other deck. Halloween-y. Samhain-y. However you want to celebrate. It's got more of this energy than the other deck, which we'll probably still use at some point tonight. So I shuffled and pulled a few cards while we were having our dance celebration, and I'm pretty intrigued. Like, these are some good cards. So the first one says that it is important to trust yourself. We have the Trust Yourself card. So this card comes at a time that it's important to know that you're going to be receiving a lot of intuitive messages. Sorry, my fancy light is glaring all up on it. So this is a really beautiful card. It's got a lot of different animal spirits in it. And there's like basically every color butterfly. So if any of you have ever had a butterfly as a symbol, which I know I have and many of my people have, that this is your sign to trust yourself. Because there's every color butterfly and dragonfly, and there's a cheetah and some kitties and a sloth and a bird and a parrot. Well, there's lots of birds. So I'm going to see if Silo can hold this card all up close and personal to the camera for a second, because I feel like it's important for us to read it. Sometimes there's just a bigger message in here than I can see. Let me see, what number is it?
31.
Let's see what this oracle wants to tell us this evening. Trust yourself. Know that you are wise and you know how to grow, even without knowing that you know how. Like an ancient forest, there's spectacular galaxies, or the acorn that becomes the oak. There's a natural intelligence for growth that is beyond logic and reason, and it just happens. It happens at the deepest levels, and we're governed by this force that is so palpable it literally shapes the world. And at the same time, it is so invisible that sometimes we forget that it is even present, and we begin to worry that our minds have to work everything out for ourselves. But it's okay. Things are happening all right. We can become unnecessarily anxious about the affairs and how life will unfold, or we can trust and have faith in the universe that everything is happening for us in divine order. This oracle brings the message that you two are growing. You really are, and it's important to not doubt it, even if you don't see it yet. Remember that so much is happening when the seed is still unbroken in the ground. Below the earth, it is summoning up all the might and power and the force that it needs to push above the topsoil and burst up into the light, and it is essential for anything good to happen later on to have this patience and this faith. Yet, we won't see any of that. We feel it. We know that it must have happened, and we just have to trust that things will happen when the time is right. You're also being asked to trust yourself now and know that it's okay to grow. Don't ever think that things won't try to help you in some way. Spirit wants to see you grow. Don't worry so much about if you're doing a great job in this game of life, and instead just worry that you're experiencing it. Allow yourself to experience life fully. When you trust yourself, you relax. You can then heed your own wisdom, insights, and messages much more clearly and easily, and you can allow Spirit to speak to and through you. So, I think that's a super powerful card.
My arm is getting tired. I had to put my arm down on the chair.
Does that work for you? You showed it to him. That was the important part. I wanted him to see all the cool animals. So that was the main card of the pool. But there's still 3 more. So
Boom.
Great work. The next card that came out is the Free from Judgment and Free to Love card. It also came with these other 2 cards. It says, She Feels, She Knows, and Pandora's Gift. So first, let's talk about this Free from Judgment and Free to Love card. There is a powerful message happening right now. Here.
Okay.
Free from judgment, free to love.
Here it
And
is.
the message to that card is that it's important to allow yourself to receive these messages, and it's okay to come out of the spiritual closet. You don't have to feel afraid to be who you are anymore. There are so many weird, crazy things happening in the world that you are allowed to let your freak flag fly. Freak flag, that's a tongue twister. You are allowed to be yourself and to express yourself on any level that feels divine to you, and you're not physically hurting others. You're doing what you have to do to just express yourself and to allow yourself to connect with spirit in a much more divine way. Sela's distracting me with the computer, guys. So that being said, it's important to release yourself from judgment. You're free to love, you're free to experience. And in this card too, there's these beautiful little light orbs that are surrounding her in the dark. And she's also in this green energy. And to me, that message is that it is okay to receive the messages from the spirits that surround you. So many people are afraid to communicate with spirit on a deeper level because they're afraid of the messages that may come through, which is this card here, the Pandora's gift card. So this is a time that the veil is thin, and that's why so many different holidays are celebrating this time of the transitioned loved one or the spirits beyond what we can see. So some people are celebrating the Fae or other forms of spiritual entities at that time. And that's where the Pandora's gift comes into play, because with the light, we do also have the dark. So it is important to keep yourself grounded and level-headed, focused, and to make sure that you are receiving the messages from positive entities. And typically, if they're helping guide you in life and you feel good about it and you don't feel a sense of fear, then you will attract entities that want to fuel that energy. So you have to be in the proper state of mind to expand yourself. But you're supposed to trust yourself. That was the first message we got here. Trust yourself. Free yourself from judgment, and you're free to love. You're allowed to love and be who you wish to be because you are love. You're guided by love. That being said, we have the She Feels, She Knows, and the Pandora's Gift, which again are the reminders that if you feel like you are connected to a different source of energy or a higher power or this energy beyond just the normal, that Pandora's gift, that ability to take the mask off of the world around you and see beyond the veil, then you are allowing yourself to connect with your soul on a deeper level, which has been kind of the collective message right now. That's why I did Divine Intention the way I did, so that we could all go on this shadow work soul journey together. It's super important. It's super powerful. I can't even count the amount of time and keep track how many people have asked me about doing shadow work right now. And basically shadow work is when you are ready to take a look at your reflection. Reflection work would be a better term for it, because you are seeing your reflection and doing the work to be the best version of you so that you get excited about that reflection. And I mean it on a deeper level than just a physical reflection or appearance. Like, how do you feel about your soul? Are you proud of who you are and how you are showing up and how you're doing this work? That is the shadow work of it. Some people say shadow work when they're doing more like witchy stuff. I think anybody can do shadow work where they're reflecting in their own experience and activating the light work, working with balancing that light work with the dark work. Sometimes we have to face the traumatic things. It's not all about being positive all the time. So allow yourself to receive the messages, unlock the gifts that Pandora's box has to offer. There's a lot of different intuitive guidance that wants to speak to and through you, and it's okay to accept it. So that is our main collective message from the Sacred Rebels Guidebook. They're telling you to be a rebel, love yourself, activate your gifts, and trust in the messages you receive, especially if they're trying to help you and motivate you to be the best version of you that you can be. So that being said, I'm going to take a little drink here, and then we're going to begin some quick collective readings.
While Shannon's drinking, I just want to thank you all again so much for being part of this evening.
Yeah, that's really powerful. When we come together as groups like this, it means a lot. That's why I was doing, again, the Divine Intention. If you missed Divine Intention, that was 4 days of us coming together as a virtual community, and you can still hop on and participate. We talked about past lives and spirit guides and angels and just setting that divine intention and accepting the mission our souls brought us here for. So you're doing that also tonight by showing up and being present here with us, waking up and shining on, as we like to say. So thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you anyone who has made the donation towards Spirit in this reading exchange we're about to do, and you still have time to do so. Again, you can do it at bringmetolife.com/moon, or you can hit up CeeLo. And we do these moon ceremonies for the new and full moon as often as we can, and we will typically leave up the replay for you guys between the moons. I think in 2021 we're going to try to do some different Zoom calls if that is something of interest to you guys, so we can be more of a community.
Zoom.
Yeah, and what we'll do is those that can participate live, there'll be a small little entry fee, the donation fee. You'll get a Zoom link, and then those that can't make it live that still want the replay will have access to the replay. But we really want to be able to connect with you guys and not just have you watching us here. We want to be able to communicate and see the gallery view and celebrate with all of you. What are you guys doing out there? You drinking some yummy tea or some cacao? I got some ceremonial cacao right now. If you guys are interested, let me know.
Yeah, it's really nice. I chug it and then I just feel like really hype, like naturally hype, not like monster hype where you drink a monster and then afterwards you're like, oh.
Yeah, you can't do that. I like to set an intention for the cacao. It's been really nice having this ceremonial grade cacao, and I got it from one of the Mayan families in Guatemala that were going through like a landslide. They had some crazy stuff happening there, and they needed some support. So I invested in some so that I could let you guys know if you want some for future ceremonies, you can hit me up. So that being said, got hydrated here, and I'm going to do some readings for our donators. Donations. So I like to use my main oracle deck for the personal readings. It's the one I get the quickest messages from. So first we got Miss Lori. Let's see what message I have for Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
All right, so you have a few jumpers here. I like it. So, the first message I have for you, it's a great message, is it's important to know that you have some positive movement forward happening. It's a good card to get as the first card because it shows that you're already looking at the light. You already see the horizon there, and that if you are trying to expand yourself or go on a journey, that this is a good time to do so, that you have the ability to move forward. Sometimes it doesn't mean a journey as in like you're going on vacation or something. Maybe it means a personal journey, a soul's journey, a journey to a new opportunity. And there's a bright yellow light here, which shows me that your solar plexus is really activated or needs to be activated. The sail is also yellow, so it looks like you're going in positive movement forward for cleansing and activating your sacral and solar plexus chakras in a bigger way. And there's also a beautiful bird here that is flying off in the distance that shows spreading their wings and allowing yourself to fly and be in flow. So this is your first card. The next message I have for you, you got two cards together here. You have the shadow card, which I have a feeling is showing up for many of us tonight, the shadow card, and the moving on card. So let's look at these two cards here. Let me see if I can get them up. So the shadow card, oh, nope, wrong way. Shadow card is this energy of power sending the staff of empowerment from the dark to the light. So this is a message that it's important to release your shadow self, or maybe you want to do the shadow work. So this could go a couple ways. If you want to do the shadow work, maybe you've been working through a lot of positive things, or you've just been feeling kind of balanced through it all, and you want to continue helping others transcend through the shadow. I know that that's sort of something you help work through, is the shadow energy or the shadow phase, and helping energy kind of transition through the darkness there. So it's showing this powerful energy between the light and dark vibrations, and allowing yourself to really feel that power in the shadow phase. But it does feel like you're releasing something, because you have the moving on card, and it does kind of look like it's moving on into the light. So releasing the shadow of what no longer serves and allowing yourself to move into the light is super powerful. There's leaves falling in this picture, which to me represent the current seasons we have. And there's also like both fall leaves and spring looking leaves. So this could be something that you're going to be doing through the winter months, the darker months, is allowing yourself to really go on this internal journey of the soul. So the shadow and moving on. And then we have these two cards that came together, stand your ground and victory and success. And you kind of have this energy theme going on here where there's like light and dark both happening in all of your cards. So you have the first message that is kind of like your good omen that says positive movement forward. You're working through the darkness. You're allowing the darkness to fade away so you can move on. And then it's important for you to stand your ground. And he's standing on this darker planet looking off into the light. So stand your ground and create your boundaries and release the darkness that no longer serves. And again, in this card, he's got the staff of empowerment. He's holding it up in the air towards the light and allowing themselves to feel this victory and success. Where it also looks like music and sound is going to be really important here in creating that meditative practice and a foundation as he is celebrating his victory with a red badge of honor here. So staying grounded through the darkness is pretty key.
Yes, stay grounded through the darkness. I like that a lot. It's something to think about because, darkness happens. We go in waves of light and dark. Obviously, like the seasons, some days are longer than others. Some days the light's out more than the darkness, and sometimes that's out of our control, and all we could do really is our best.
It's true.
So being able to stay grounded through those times is huge, and I encourage Lori and everyone to find a very simple practice to help them stay grounded. Like in the morning, for example, I go out when I wake up and I just take 3 big deep breaths with my bare feet on the ground. And for me, that like it's so simple. It only takes a few seconds, but it helps me ground out really well. So please, everybody, find something like that. That's a few seconds.
Totally. I'm just shuffling some cards here. I think the practice is really important. That's why I'm creating the soul journey. And in the soul journey, I have meditations that Seal and I have put together so that you can do a meditation every morning or every evening or throughout the afternoon and allow yourself to really integrate that practice. You're so fancy. You think you can put the chat right there so I can see what our awesome people are saying? That'd be cool. I hope you guys are having fun out there. Seal is being a silly pants. So I am shuffling and shuffling and shuffling. Well, my next reading is for Marjorie. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, and you've got a jumper. And it's flowing down. All right, so this is one. What other ones are coming? Ooh, you got lots of major arcanas. Powerful goddess coming up in here. So you have one that flew out, which is an interesting one. And then you have 3 major arcanas that were pulled. So the first card that flew out says deception and envy. And I don't necessarily think this has to be that you are feeling these feelings, but they're energies that are maybe floating around you. Maybe somebody else is feeling envious of you, or maybe they're deceiving you. So be careful here. This is a wild card. It flew out. But it does represent the heart, the solar plexus, and the sacral chakras. So make sure that you are acting out of your heart. And it's interesting too, because there's a little mask. So maybe if you are being active in any sort of masked celebrations, to be weary of who's behind those masks. That being said, you have 3 powerful major arcana cards, girlfriend. So the first one we have is the authority card, which is powerful. It's one of my favorites in this deck because it's a reminder that you are in charge of your life and that it is powerful when you make a decision. When you make a decision, standing behind that is really important. It's like you need to put that firm foundation down because you are so intuitively guided that when you second guess yourself, you're actually doing more harm than just following your initial gut instincts. It's also powerful here. He's got a yellow sacral like shield around him, or orb around him, which was interesting because in the last card, the jumper card, the envy card, there's a lot of yellow energy kind of coming down through the heart space. So I'm wondering if by being the authority in your experience, it is helping shield out any sort of deception that could come your way. So maybe I'm feeling like this is a gut feeling about someone, someplace, or something. And that this is kind of a message to follow that gut instinct and to make sure you remember you're the authority. The other two cards also super powerful. You got awareness and balance. And the awareness card too has a solar plexus orb, and as does balance. Balances is a little bit more white and yellow. So it seems like maybe you're even acting as a portal to transcend deception and envy in others. That feels like a powerful download that kind of came through there. Allowing yourself to be so authentically you in your journey that even if others become envious of you, the way that you carry your sense of awareness and your sense of power balances out the energetic struggle and alignment. So I just think it's so crazy how three of these cards, all three of the major arcanas that you pulled, which I don't think, I'm really sure that not all of the major arcanas have this orb. So you managed to get this big sacral solar orb that is showing that you're being shielded from something and that you're helping transcend that. So one of your superpowers must be, again, like helping transcend that envious flow. So I'm kind of like hearing the message that I shared at the very beginning, how Libra is a moon that makes us release how we show up to the world, like how outer appearances look, and the need for this like mask to be up. So by you being so authentically you and empowering your gift, you're allowing others to also be themselves. So continue to do that. Continue to share your awareness, like how you share your goddess energy in a way that's not pushy and more opening and just like you being you, and it inspires others rather than like, some of us, like myself, I'm more forward about it. I'm really a lot on social media, and you just kind of share your own practice in a different way. You share like your crystal grids, and you make sure that people realize that it's more for you, and that's how you are inspiring that. You're not trying to create varieties of deception or envy to anyone. And not saying that people that share, like people like myself who share it in a different way, we're just creating different platforms, and Spirit's just coming through really clearly and saying that that's one of your special gifts. So I think that's pretty cool. Powerful message there. Yay. See who else is on the list.
Thank you, Moon Goddess.
All right. Again, if you want to get on this list, you can make a quick little donation to Bring Me to Life. Helps us out. And next we have Brianna. One of those two, I think. So hopefully you can feel in your heart that I'm speaking to you. And if you're listening and you haven't made a donation, that's okay. Take in these collective vibes. Hear what messages work for you. All of these readings can be for you in a different way because, we're all one. We're all going through similar things, just different frequencies.
We are one and we are free because we believe in love and peace.
Silo is a singing. All right, so.
Free of charge.
Brianna, messages for you. First message that you have, which is also jumper. Got lots of jumpers this evening. You guys are all getting more than 3, this seems like. So, first message is patience and planning. It's important to be patient right now in something that you're wishing or dreaming of. It's okay to allow yourself to visualize it and feel into it. I am getting kind of a download that it's important for you to visualize it, manifest it and then release the expectation of it, because when we release the attachment to something, it allows it to come through on a deeper level, and typically quicker, because energy can travel and manifest when we're not holding on to it so tightly. That's where our crown chakra comes in, and the releasing of attachment. So be patient and allow the planning to happen, and have faith that spirit is guiding you. You also have a major arcana that came through there that is the hope card. So if you've been hoping for a shift, a change, an experience, an opportunity, know that spirit is working in your favor, and that or something better is on its way. And this too is a powerful little light orb of energy. There's actually like a little fairy in there, and it's this like goddess like energy that is saying that it's with you, it's helping you, it's super powerful, and it wants you to feel its love. So I don't know if you can see the energy in there, but you can call upon it and know that it's helping you at this time. While the veil is extra thin, it's even more powerful, and it does feel very fairy-esque. So maybe you want to work with the fae, but do so with love, because the fae are powerful creatures. You also have the firm foundation card, which is a reminder to make sure you are creating a practice that works for you, a meditation practice, a morning routine, a active practice like a physical activity, something that will help you stay focused, grounded, and also feel strong. I'm getting a sense that strength is really important here, because in this visual is a mountain, and releasing any pain down kind of the spine area and activating those roots. And then you also, I shuffled really well, guys, but the other card you received is also, again, the awareness card. So diving even deeper than what I did in the last pool, the awareness card is a representation of claiming your power, allowing yourself to transcend anything that no longer serves you, maybe closing a door, closing a traumatic experience, closing a lifetime, maybe a past life, a present life, whatever is no longer working for you, and allowing yourself to really fully download through that crown chakra your full potential, your personal mission, your divine intention for being here in this experience. So beautiful, powerful read for Brianna.
Thank you, Brianna. Appreciate having you in the chat, and thank you so much for your donation. We greatly appreciate it.
Just getting comfy. All right. Sorry, guys. My tailbone feels crazy. Sometimes I feel like my tail's trying to grow on this planet. Gotta get it all comfortable here. So, next.
Don't you hate it when you just, sit on your tail?
I don't know how cats in this realm do it. It's always in the way.
Well, they don't sit like normal. Well, I guess some of them do sit like normal humans.
Sometimes. So, I'm just seeing who else is on our list here. Who else is out there? Who's in the chat room? Say hello.
Who else is still with us in the chat? I'd love to see your name pop up again.
Yeah. What's your favorite Hallows Eve tradition? If you're somebody who's dressed up throughout the holidays, I know I had many a costume. I would love to know, what was your favorite costume? Maybe your parents picked it out. Maybe you made it. Maybe you chose it. I'm just curious. I feel like that's a fun, interactive game. One time, my mom loved making my Halloween costumes when she was alive. And one of the last costumes she made me, Seal hears this story all the time, was...
What?
Seal hears this story
Only
all
like
the time.
5 times a year.
Only. And I've talked about it on the podcast, but my mom made me a stoplight, guys. She got a little mini fridge box and cut holes in it and put lights in it and made me a stoplight. And I had a button that I could turn on the different lights. So my mom knew I was a light before I was a light. And it cracks me up to just think of little Shannon walking around in a little refrigerator box with my lights. Oh, man, it cracks me up every time I think about it. So.
Did you yell at people? Stop.
They
Go.
put me in the parade. So, yeah, definitely. I was definitely like, okay, stop. All right, let's go. Because, like, there was a band in front of us, so we had to, like, stop and go. So I would change my lights.
You could change your lights?
I think so. I think
fancy.
And it must have been fancy because that was in the 90s. Like, where did she get battery operated lights in early 90s? Shining bright. Anyway, shuffling and shuffling. My next reading is for Trevor. Trevor's going to be joining me for the soul journey. I'm real excited. Soul Journey is a 5-week experience I'm going to be hosting, and I am real excited to take people on the journey to explore their past lives and the Akashic records and meet with spirit guides and angels and all of that fun stuff. So if that sounds like something you want to do, hit me up. We're going to start our soul journey. We're going to do the first live call on Monday, so we're going to have Zoom calls, but I also have little portals of content and a workbook that I created. And yeah, the workbook's full of information that I wish I would have had when I first started my awakening journey. So glad that I can give something out to younger energetic versions of myself. It's going to be fun. So I'm shuffling and shuffling for Trevor. And let's see here. All right, Trevor, you got a jumper. You got 2 jumpers. Where all these jumpers come from? All right, so Trevor. The first card that came out for you, actually have 2. So you had 2 mental cards, 2 guidance cards, and an arcana card. Super neat how they came out together. So it looks like your mental cards came together with a feeling of being trapped and releasing a mental conflict. So the mental conflict is upside down to me, and this is a message that it seems like it's a conflict that you bounce back and forth with a lot, and that you also know that you have maybe no control over. It's something that you've just kind of had to experience right now, and it's more about releasing the expectation and releasing also like the fear that it was your fault or that you have to feel trapped, and instead allowing it to be a source of expansion and see this as an opportunity for you to inspire others in some way and to release the conflict on a deeper level. So the trapped in fear card represents something in your heart space feeling blocked. Maybe something you haven't been able to grieve properly, something that you are maybe not even as easily able to talk about. It's also related to your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, feeling a lot of womb energy. I know that you work with a lot of womb energy, so releasing that feeling of being trapped is really important right now. This mental conflict card is powerful. It serves as a reminder that you must release this mental attachment, because it can really harm you in a lot of ways. Like, I'm not trying to be scary. Usually when I try to do readings, I try not to scare anybody because I know my words are powerful, but this is a deep reminder that this is something that's been rooted in you, and it really wants to be unrooted because there's like a root here and it's trying to unravel. So it's saying try to find ways to forgive and to expand and to work through this experience so that it doesn't root itself into your energetic being, because you are so powerful and you need to have this space cleared so that you can continue to work womb magic. So that's really important. You release, forgive, expand, and it's going to help heal your womb so that you can continue to share that motherly energy that's really important. And it's something that I feel you have the total power to do. Maybe you feel like you need a permission slip. Maybe it's, like I said, it feels like it's something that was out of your control and that you're just really frustrated with and you're still working through. I kind of have a feeling that I know what it is a little bit, because you've shared a lot of it through the divine intention and just the most recent experience you've had as being a new mom again. And it says that it's okay to stand your ground. You too got the stand your ground card and the victory and success card. So these are 2 cards that have showed themselves already tonight, and they're powerful representations that the collective is going through this kind of dark night of the soul right now, having to really face some of our deepest fears. Some of us were so afraid of isolation and this crazy world we're living in, but in other ways, some of us are afraid of other things. And it seems like we're all being forced to kind of face that right now. And what's really important is to stand our ground and to have faith that victory is possible, and that we know that it doesn't have to be a scary, dark world. So allow yourself to expand, share your journey, stand up for yourself, heal that sacral and solar plexus orb here. Got a big old sacral solar orb here that says it's important to heal that. And again, creating a meditation practice and knowing that you can call in the light through different frequencies. Usually music is super powerful. That's why we do the sound ceremonies, and to allow yourself to expand and accept that victory. And you're obviously going to work through this. You just have to have the faith and the power to know that you can move forward, because your major arcana card is the Triumph. So
Yay.
you have a beautiful outcome ahead of you. You may have a little bit of darkness to work through. Again, remembering that that trapped in fear card and that mental conflict card is an emotional, mental thing. Sometimes it's releasing the expectation or how we wish an experience would have went, and knowing that everything happened in divine reason. So
Yay. Thank you, Treva. I would love to see you join us for our Tuesday podcast at 8 p.m. Eastern time if you're able. And anybody listening too, we do live podcasts on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time here on the website, and it's bringmetolife.com/podcast. And we have a few people who join us every Tuesday, and it's really nice. We get really cozy and talk about some stuff.
yeah, Tuesday night podcast. We would love to have you. All right. So I think we're catching up. If you want to make a donation, now is your chance, because we're getting close to the end of my prepaid list. All right. So now we have Sarah. Thanks for being here, Sarah. Shuffling the cards for you. And I'm shuffling.
Thank you, Sarah. Sarah joins us for the podcast, and it's been really awesome to have you and Mooney, and both of you have been coming very consistently, and that's awesome. We definitely appreciate that, and it just makes doing the podcast a lot more fun when you have other people, there with you.
So true. So to continue, I went ahead and made sure that I shuffled until I got your jumper, Sarah, which happened to be a chakra card. Your jumper is the heart chakra, and it came with a couple other messages. So this final reading seems to be a reading that we all need to hear. It's important to open our heart chakras and to allow ourselves to act from our heart. That includes grieving, processing, understanding that sometimes we lose people, places, or things that are very important to us. I'm sensing a disconnect here, which is interesting because I'm kind of examining the other cards, and the first one that came with that is the emotional withdrawal card. It's this energy kind of looking off into the water, and it feels a little lost and confused, and they're also almost like they're praying. They're praying for a message, they're praying for a sign, they're praying for some sort of answer. Feeling a deep energy there that has had you withdrawn from a lot of the experiences around you. With that came the universe card. And the universe comes with another arcana. So you got two arcanas here together. You have the universe and the destiny. And destiny is reversed, because destiny right now, you have the opportunity to make a few different choices. You can continue to stay emotionally withdrawn. You can continue to not take action in your reality. Or you can have faith that the universe has your back. The universe wants you to succeed, and it wants you to take action in claiming what you are wishing for. I say the word wish because your next cards are fulfillment of wishes and prosperity begins. So this shows me that you've been asking spirit for something, an answer, a sign, a miracle, something. And know that by allowing yourself to feel into your destiny, your power, that knowing that spirit, universe, God, goddess, whatever you want to connect with, wants to connect with you, the universe, that's one of the best cards in the deck, followed by destiny, which represents you coming into your full power. Claim that power and know that you are worthy. Know that you're worthy, that if you want to participate in something, that you can participate. If you want an answer about someone or something, that you can call upon that and feel into that and manifest that back into your reality. Sometimes we don't always get the answers that we want, but you have the power to call that in. And I am supposed to serve as a message that whatever does happen, so if you've been calling in, let's see, it seems like prosperity here. Got prosperity begins in fulfillment of wishes, which is a person opening a treasure chest. You have the opportunity. And if prosperity is something that you're looking for, if abundance is something you're looking for, if money is something you're looking for, you just have to believe that Spirit will have your back. When we are afraid that we are limited, Spirit says, oh, they want a challenge. They want to feel limited. When we want to feel abundant and we want to feel like everything we deserve is coming to us, you can claim that fulfillment of wishes and have faith and take action in that. You know, like anytime I've wanted to manifest something in my life, like my drum or a car, an opportunity, anything that made me feel more prosperous, I took action and had faith that I knew I deserved it. I knew that I deserved it. Like Spirit wouldn't have made that such a profound desire for me to feel like I deserved it so fully if it wasn't meant to be. And when we take action and having faith that what we wish for is possible, then God wants to answer that wish. God, Goddess, Spirit, universe, whatever title you want to give that driving force. It wants to communicate with you. It wants to help you. So I feel like that was a powerful message for anybody listening. Everybody listening, claim your power and know that the veil is thin right now. Our ancestors want to help us. Our angels want to help us. The energy that created us and put us here, it wants us to thrive, not just survive. So that being said, I feel like that should have been the last reading, but I also have this nudge inside me that there's a random listener out there that deserves one more card. There weren't any other donations, correct? That we know of?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. I feel like there should be one more card pull. So, random listener out there, we're going to pull a card.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for being a listener.
If you weren't able to donate, and hopefully you still received messages of guidance from Spirit out there through those divine channelings. I want to use my light deck. I know that it's the time of the shadow, but this deck is powerful and I've just really loved working with it. It typically ends with a meditation. Is there anything else you want to share before I dive into this channeling?
I could share some things. So, in a few months, starting in January, we're going to be doing a new program, a new Divine Expression Creativity one, and you and I and our friend BP will be hosting that, and we'll be learning about channeling in, all the things, creativity, divinity, and working with those in a creative way. So through art, music, writing, et cetera, and it's going to be really amazing. So I'll be doing a few videos and some streams in November and December, and so everybody please look out for those. We'll be sharing them on the Bring Me to Life Network.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. We actually set up the EC to follow the Soul Journey course that I'm offering, so that those of you that flow into the Soul Journey will also have the opportunity to then continue out the experience and learn more about channeling and how you can use your past lives, your spirit guides, your angels to help you on a more creative level. So we're trying to create a little curriculum here for those that are going through the awakening and want to expand their connection with spirit or spirits.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And you said yours starts in a few months. We're looking at his for 2021. But my 5-week soul journey, if you want to be a part of all of the live Zoom connection calls, you can join me. We're going to be starting Monday at 8 p.m. So I think it's November 2nd. Yeah, it's the day before the election, so we all need to expand our souls and just get organized, guys. That being said, hit me up. If you're seeing this on the replay and you're still interested, you may miss the first Zoom call, but you can still hit me up and check out the 5-week soul journey. So that being said, I feel like this card is awesome and needed to channel through. Anything else on CeeLo's mind?
Just grateful for being alive and being able to breathe, and I have a lot to be grateful for. So thank you, God.
Yeah.
Thank you, universe. Thank you, life.
Thank you all for being here.
Thank you all for being you and doing what you do and being a part of our lives and part of our community. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. So I'm going to do this final channeling, and then maybe CeeLo can help me end out with a little dance party. And yeah, but this is a good time to kind of just meditate and visualize. That's what I was going for. The card that I pulled from the light deck for the random listener and or listeners out there that want this final message, we have the Whispers card. Whispers. That seems like a powerful one for Selwyn. Let's see. All right. The light is too crazy. But I will read to you this channeling. It says your mind and heart are expanding to hear what your soul has to whisper. You are or will soon find it easier to interpret and understand the vibes that your soul now feels. Open the door to your soul's whispers by feeling appreciative, grateful, and welcoming. Sorry, CeeLo distracted me. So
it's emphasis on being grateful.
Feeling grateful. So open the door and release any feelings of judgment. These messages are always there, and even if you are not receiving them, Spirit wishes to speak to and through you. Practice feeling the soul vibes to clarify your intuition and psychic senses. And just like we know a dog can hear sounds that we can't, your intuition also interprets waves and impulses outside of your conscious awareness. This card is also prompting you to take notice of your dreams. When you are asleep, you cease consciousness, thought, and resistance, making it easier for you to receive transmissions and even healings. Maybe you are working through something. Maybe you are allowing yourself to integrate knowledge or feelings or experiences. But if you embrace the messages that come through your dreams, you will have time to invite more of the same or to focus your other energy elsewhere. If you don't like a dream, you can see it as a sign to shift your focus. Allow yourself to expand your beliefs and release what no longer serves you. Place your hand on your heart, gently close your eyes, and slow your breathing. Ask Spirit to help you tune in to the subtle whispers of your soul. Think of your breath as a conduit for these subtle sounds, symbols, and messages to transmit through you. Take 3 long, deep breaths, really feeling the air circulate through your body. Imagine your inner world becoming an amphitheater, a beautiful sacred space that translates soul's whispers into understandable words, thoughts, or even images. Stand in the middle of this amphitheater. Close your eyes and open your heart to the light waves and resonance that surrounds you. Feel these vibrations of love. Relish this wonderful feeling and continue to open your heart even further to feel the love of it all. Allow words, thoughts, and stories to form in your mind. They might even seem insignificant, but know that they are leading you to something meaningful and satisfying. So just go with it. Stay here for just another moment. Feeling that. Taking in any messages. And when you feel ready, you can begin to focus again on your physical body and gently move from your inner area, amphitheater, and bring it into the fantastic theater that is your physical life. And you can begin to open your eyes and join me back here. How was that for all of you?
That was awesome.
I hope you all take a second to join us again in the chat room. Reflect. If you have any whispers of your soul that you feel we need to hear on a collective level, we would love to hear from you. That was a message from the Secret Language of Light deck. So, yay! Thank you all for being here again. Just wanted to raise the vibe one more time so that we can all have a celebration of gratitude.
Yeah, I gotta say it was a good day.
A little hot there.
Feeling so grateful.
This is our gratitude celebration. In the Moonology book, it says to celebrate and to think of all the things you're grateful for. So while you dance, I want you to think, what is something you're grateful for?
Living in a vision of the truth and know that you could make the new mistake. Kicking it by a moon and lake, you feel so grateful. It makes me wonder why these people feel so hateful. I'm thankful for life and for everything. And every second moving up on the better things. Optimist prime.
The song is by Ahi. It's called Grateful. We play it on Bring Me to Life Radio quite a lot because it's like
Optimist prime.
You are so silly.
It's Halloween full moon. We could be as crazy as we want to be right now.
It's also Scorpio season, so Philo is hype. Who else is hype for Scorpio season? I'm Scorpio moon, Scorpio sun, so we're kind of that balance. Second month.
Favorite time of the year, Scorpio season.
I'm thinking about appreciation all the time. There's other things that would have been messing up my mind. I know the truth is permanent once you look inside. You gotta find a way. I'm thankful for life and for everything. And every second moving up on the better things. Optimist prime.
This is our little gratitude dance for all of you that made donations. If anybody makes a donation after, you can hit me up also for a private reading. I do soul sessions. Silo does meditation sessions. And we just love working with you guys and connecting on a deeper level. Know that we are grateful for every single one of you that shows up, wakes up, and shines on us. We're living thankful. We're gonna stay true. Thank you.
Feeling so grateful. Grateful, and I'm living so thankful. Every moment I'ma stay true, and in the morning I'ma thank you. Feeling so grateful.
All right. That was our full blue moon ceremony. Happy Samhain, happy Halloween, happy Day of the Dead, happy you. Happy time being you here in this reality. We hope you have a great night and that you continue to
Stay